Everybody, Mel Bell here with your weekly angel reading. Thank you for stopping by to spend this time with me. If you are returning, I really appreciate your support, and I hope that this continues to be a source of psychic information for you and guidance, comfort when needed, all the good things, And if you are new here, this is the weekly angel reading where we will see what angels have to say to us. What's the message? And then we will at the end ask a question and we'll get an answer from the angels. So if you want to think about your question now, and then we will pull a card towards the end, and if you're not sure what your question is, you can also pause. So time is a construct of this earthly realm, and so this is how psychic information can bypass that, and that you can ask a question right now and have it be answered even though you weren't here in this moment when I was recording this. A time in angels is a very cool topic. Maybe one day I will make a video about it. Okay, here we go. What is the message for us today, please, angels? Oop, okay. Is this one? Okay. This one. Okay, interesting. So we've had this happen before where, okay. Sorry. Okay, so your first card is Trust the Universe. Okay, so things might not be going your way, or there's blocks, seemingly obstacles put in your path. Things are just not going the way you want them to go. And I have to say, sometimes what we think is coming from a negative place is truly coming from a higher place. And it is coming to stop us from going in the wrong direction. It could just be about timing. It's not always about something negative. Just because something doesn't work out or is not working out, don't try to force it. I am getting the visual of one of those kids' toys where it's just the blocks, and you put the blocks, they're star-shaped, square, circle. Don't try to force, what's that, the circle into the square. Just allow the flow. Instead of creating your own flow, it would be better for you to catch the wave that's already existing, the energetic wave. It works so much better for us if we allow and we get in alignment with the universe, with whatever that flow is for us. Things go a lot better when we don't try to force our will. And keep in mind, force our will is ego, okay? Our higher self is not disempowered, okay? Our higher self is aligned with the highest good for us. Our higher self is aligned with the universal flow. So there is no conflict there in who we are truly. And there is always going to be a bit of a battle, because you cannot suppress your ego entirely. You certainly cannot kill your ego. It has its place. But we have to maintain, monitor it, make sure that it is not speaking for us in places where we need to be aligned with our higher self. And then earth and ground. Okay, so the weather is going to start changing pretty rapidly here, and feel like it would be very helpful to get out there. I don't know why I'm looking at the wings and I'm seeing the autumn leaves, and going out and being in the fresh air, and sitting with nature, and getting grounded. And I've had this message before about grounding, so you can look up ways to ground, because I don't want to take up too much time on this. I can get to rambling, so I don't want to take up too much time on this video now. But you can look up grounding practices. And again, back to this card. So this is about boundaries as well, but I feel like this is more like, hey, I know you don't like this answer, but it's a no for now. I know that you would prefer for it to be a yes, and I know you think that that's exactly what needs to happen for things to be great, but that's not the case. You have to trust. You have to trust. So with that in mind, probably you might want to ask a different question if you already had one in mind. Okay, so we're gonna start. Those are the Kyle Gray Angel Guide Oracle cards. This is the Indigo Angel cards. I'm just gonna pull one from this deck. This is Doreen Virtue and Charles Virtue. I got this jasmine incense, and it is lovely. It is so jasmine and so nice. So I know that jasmine is for peace, but I think it's also some kind of protection. I haven't looked it up in quite a while, but I like when I smudge the house. This might be a message for you. I smudge the house. I like to have jasmine. So, you know, when you use your sage to cleanse the house, if you choose to use sage, then after you want to follow up with incense of some sort, to basically, because sage is like bleach, spiritual bleach, so it will leave a void, and you need to fill that void so that negativity doesn't just fill that void. And one of the things that I like to use is jasmine, to put the intention of peace in the home. All right, what do you got to say? What do you got to say? Nope, that's not it. Oh, there it is. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you are understood. So very, very good message here in this. Just saying, hey, we understand your reasoning. Also, if you are feeling misunderstood by others here on the earthly plane, but you are very confident in the way that you are living your life, know that sometimes you're not going to get confirmation support from people that don't understand you, and it doesn't make you wrong. And so sometimes it's important to make sure you don't allow people doubting you, misunderstanding you, thinking you're straight up wrong, to change your mind. You want to always check in with your higher self. You want to always check in with your intuition. You always, it's a great practice to ask the angels, hey, I'm feeling really doubtful right now. Can you please help clear my mind and help me get in touch with my intuition? The angels are great to help you with a lot of things. But remember that we have our free will, and we're on this earthly plane to live and learn and experience life. And so it's more powerful when we can ask the angels for something that empowers us to do things. So like, help me to see clearly the path ahead. One card from Archangel Michael. Decide to be happy now. And the prayer to Archangel Michael is, thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all of the goodness in my life. So if there's something you're waiting to happen before you feel complete, I know that for the law of attraction, in order for you to align with something that you really want, you need to be in that vibration. So being happy now is how you can bring yourself up to that vibration. Also, this is a message about gratitude. Practice gratitude. Think about where you're at now, where you've been, what you have, what you've achieved. And just sit in a moment of gratitude. Gratitude is a great way to generate positive energy in your life. It also brings you to center and helps you remember how blessed you really are. And so make sure that you are focusing on from a positive space. Even if there is something that's lacking, focusing on lack is not going to get you more. Focus on what you have, what has come to you, what you have obtained, what you have created, and be thankful for those things. Thankful for yourself, thankful for the angels, thankful for your higher power, whoever that may be. And that is how you stay in alignment with the flow. Stay in alignment with the flow. So I'd say that's the biggest message we have here, is to stay in alignment with the flow of the universe. And gratitude will help you do that. Okay? And also will help you understand the why behind it. We don't always know why. But being in the flow and sitting in gratitude, getting yourself grounded is going to help you to have a more stable knowing, more confidence in where you're at right now and where you're going. Sometimes you have to ground yourself in here and now before you can get to the future thing that you want. Like my mom calls it future tripping. When you find yourself just eyes on the future, you need to be in the now. You need to be in the now, and you need to enjoy the now. Enjoy life. If you're always thinking about the future, you're never in the current moment. You are never enjoying life to its fullest. And that is the biggest way that you can rob yourself of the positive aspects of the human existence, is always looking at the future. Okay, now let's ask our question. I hope that you have another question. We're not going to focus on that question that you may have had when you first started. I am asking the angels to answer a second question. So if you need to pause, now would be a good time if you still need to think about that other question. And I'm going to try not to bring that message back from the beginning, because that was very clearly answered in that deck, which is so funny. So funny. Out of like 44 cards to get the no card. All right, here we go, angels. We have a second question that we're asking right now. Can you please give us the answer? Here it comes. Here you are. I got you. Take action. Okay, now that's clearly in contradiction with with what we've been talking about this whole time. So please know that this is the second question. Okay, so meaning you are in control. There is something that you can do to move this forward, or if it's a yes or no, it's a yes, do it. Do it now. This is a good time for it. The energy is right. Take action. Okay, so we're in your self and in your ability. If it's a situation and maybe the situation is not fully in your hands, maybe there are multiple players involved, but there's something you can do. There's something you can do. Now, if maybe there's nothing you can do until somebody else does something, prepare. Take action in that way. Prepare. Especially if it's work related, like maybe there's something that you can do, I don't know, like a process document or a spreadsheet, or outline something, brainstorm what it is you want to see, because it could happen where suddenly they're like, they get the green light and you're ahead of the game, because this is what we should do. It also relieves some anxiety when you prepare for things. Even if you can't take action on them, you feel a little less stressed about it because you've done something. So whatever it is you can do, do it. All right? But keep it in mind, don't force things. Don't force things. When you are in flow with the universe, things should feel good when you move forward. When you take action, you should feel like the wind is at your back and pushing you forward. You should never feel like the wind is in your face and you're having to lean forward and push against it. That's not being in the flow. So that is your message for this week. May the angels always be with you. Thank you for watching to the end. Please like, share with a friend, subscribe. I appreciate you, and have a wonderful week. Bye.